It's things like this tweet right here that makes me very afraid for the state of Marvel and its upcoming movies. In Avengers Doomsday, Victor Von Doom will reportedly take advantage of his resemblance to Tony Stark to present himself as an ally to the MCU. Okay. Hello and welcome to Tea Time with Ghost, a show where I drink tea and talk about my opinions even though nobody reacts to them. I'm your host Ghost, and today we will be talking about my concerns regarding Avengers Doomsday. Let's get into it. So, I talked about this in a previous video, but I felt like it needed to be its own video as well. I'm very afraid for Doomsday. There's part of me that's very excited. I mean, I'm gonna see a bunch of my favorite characters on the big screen, like the original X-Men cast, Robert Downey Jr., the Thunderbolts, Tom Hiddleston make his return as Loki, and reuniting with Thor. And that's why I'm also very afraid Marvel will use this opportunity it has to just make Doomsday a cash grab and use the nostalgia we have regarding these characters against us. I think it would be a very stupid thing to do, but I'm sensing a pattern here, and I started sensing it when Deadpool and Wolverine came out last year. Deadpool and Wolverine was a very loved movie. Not because it was good or because it did something revolutionary, it was because it had Deadpool / Ryan Reynolds on screen with Hugh Jackman / Wolverine. Two characters the fans wanted to see on screen together for a very, very long time. Hugh Jackman had been retired from playing Wolverine since 2017, but Ryan brought him back for another movie, therefore playing with our feelings. I'm sure Ryan and Hugh and everyone who worked on this movie wasn't intentionally doing this, and this movie wasn't a cash grab, or wasn't meant to be a cash grab, because I know Ryan is very passionate about Deadpool, and I know Hugh Jackman cares a lot about Wolverine, but it did unintentionally use people's feelings against them, compelling them to go see it in theaters. It also had a lot of other actors that haven't played their character in years, such as Daphne Keane, who played Laura, aka Wolverine's daughter, Wesley Snipes, who played Blade, and they cast Channing Tatum as Gambit, who's been known to have been trying to get a role as Gambit for years and years and years. And while I did enjoy the movie and I would watch it again, when I watched it for the first time after binging all the other X-Men movies, I was just like, that's it? It was just so overhyped, and it was because everyone was talking from nostalgia. I was really hyped to see this movie. I watched all the X-Men movies, including the ones I don't even like the Wolverine, and any movie after Days of the Future Past, not including Logan, that movie was great, and I sat through them all just to build up hype for Deadpool and Wolverine, only to watch it and feel like, that's it? That's what all this hype was about? And if you disagree and really love this movie, then sure, your opinion is valid. I still think X-Men Origins was one of the best X-Men movies despite the hate and bad CGI and horrible version of Deadpool. You can still think Deadpool and Wolverine was peak, and if you do, let me know why in the comments without mentioning the fact they brought back a bunch of old Marvel actors. If you can't, that's fine. I just want another perspective. Also, remember to keep it respectful in the comments. But that brings me back to my exact point. Deadpool and Wolverine was great because of everyone's nostalgia towards the cast.
Scott used to beg me to wear it.
What's stopping Disney or Marvel from pulling another stunt like that for Doomsday? I'm just trying to be realistic here with how the state of Marvel is looking, but I really do have so much hope for this movie and the upcoming Marvel movies. This was filmed before I watched Fantastic Four First Step, so my opinion might change depending on if the movie ends up being good or not, but right now I'm mostly afraid because of how the cast is looking. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm very hyped about the Doomsday casting, and the rumors about Hugh Jackman turning to play Wolverine, but I also have my doubts, and Deadpool and Wolverine isn't the start of this nostalgic cash grab tactic they've been doing. They did it with Spider-Man No Way Home, they did it with Multiverse of Madness, and they probably have done it multiple other times as well. And to me, it's looking like they're going to do it with Doomsday. Not only that, I think they're going to do it just slightly with Spider-Man Brand New Day, with Mark Ruffalo coming back as the Hulk, and both Ned and MJ reprising their roles as well. Pretty sure we haven't seen those two since No Way Home, but I could be mistaken. But I think Spider-Man Brand New Day being a cash grab is kind of a stretch. But there are signs, okay? I'm not crazy. Another reason I think this could be a possibility is just look at Disney. Disney is literally making every live-action remake in the book. Lilo and Stitch, The Little Mermaid, Snow White, the Moana live-action remake in the works. And not only live-action remakes, but also sequels / prequels / whatever-quels. Toy Story 5, Zootopia 2, Moana 2, Frozen 3, and Incredibles 3. And there's probably more I haven't even mentioned. All these series being very iconic and basically household names. Almost everyone has heard of at least 4 movies I just named. Where are all the original projects with the passion and love put into these characters and these stories? Oh yeah, they go straight to Disney Plus because Disney has no faith in them. And when they do get released in theaters, Disney complains nobody goes to see them. But why would they? Do you not get how horrible your reputation is? Why would anyone want to see a Disney Pixar Star Wars film if you've just been screwing them up each time? And now you're going to use your last resort, using nostalgia to squeeze every last penny out of your dwindling fans in hopes that maybe one movie will hit the mark and you'll be back on top again. I'm genuinely so confused how Disney can make a bad movie. You're Disney. You're supposed to be good. What happened to you? Is there like a documentary on the downfall of Disney? Cause seriously, what is going on? I'm so confused. Indie projects with minimal funding and no access to the billions of dollars your company has is doing better than this. Better than the slop you push out just to feed your fans. It's so bad, they're turning on you. And now people don't want to see your movies. I'm so terrified of going into the theater and watching Doomsday just to be so disappointed. Like, I don't want to be right about what I'm saying. This is just so horrible. I need a badge that's like #1 Disney hater, because every time I talk about Marvel, I just end up trashing Disney. Anyway, what do you think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I love you all, stay determined, and have a miraculous day. Go Stouts.